Hello friends, this is Cindy from Shenandoah Papercraft, and today I'm bringing you a small little journal I made. It's based on female photographers from about the 1930s and 40s, that era. And it's very simple and just real quick. I made it out of, I think it was a granola bar box, and I just put that together and put some scrapbook paper on it. The first thing I want to show you is the little companion piece I made. This is an old Viewmaster reel, and I have quite a stack of them I got from the flea market. So I made this little book. I had seen somebody else do it quite a while ago, and I can't remember who it was, but this is not my total idea, but I did have all these little scraps and things that I used. These are some cutouts from some scrapbook paper, and I've got a couple little Tim Holtz things on here and there, and I just want to show you how it opens up. It's just a tiny little accordion, and each section has some people on it and just little doodads, just a fun little project to make. And then on the other side it looks like this. On this side, just put a little film piece on here and some more Tim Holtz people and doodads. But anyway, that was just my little tiny extra that I made for this project. I've always loved photographers. My dad was a photographer, and he would let me help him in his darkroom when I was a little girl. And I loved doing the little baths that you put the papers in, and loved watching the pictures develop, and just very interested. So he took a lot of our like Christmas pictures back in the day, and I have just had a love of photography since I was a kid. So this is based again on female photographers, and on the cover here I've just got slides and old negatives and a Viewmaster reel and this lady. And opening it up, this is an ad for pocket roll film camera, and I have these downloads from somebody, and I can't remember who it is, and I tried to look and I couldn't seem to find it in my notes, but if I find out who that is, I'll put it in the description box. But let me show you something. A lot of the images you're going to see I've got from three major sources. First, there's this big book. It's called Amateur Craftsman's Encyclopedia of Things to Make. This is from like 1930s, and it is basically 1937. Basically, things for people to make at home for hobbies and things. It's really cool. Just really interesting. And they did have a photography section back here, and I got a lot of my images from this section here. So you'll see those coming up. So that's one place I sorry for the jiggling. Sorry. That's one place I sourced my images. The other one is from old magazines, like this Old Life magazine that's pretty tore up. There's a photographer right there. So I just, take pictures from old magazines like that. The other thing is I have I'm going to jiggle this table again, this old Penny's 1969 catalog. And in here, there's a whole camera section that I took some of the things out of here. So you'll see a lot of vintage images, and that's where I got them. This is a page from that 1937 book, and I put a Tim Holtz photography strip down here. And here's a little lady with her handheld camera, and I did colorize it. I picked a lot of old black and white images from the early 30s, and then I colorized them just to give it a little more interest. And old slides. And here's from that 1937 book, Tabletop Photography, an article on that. And the other side of it is neck strap attachment for small camera. Here is a vintage piece of bank ledger, and inside here I just clipped a photo postcard from 1915. A photographer might take a picture and put it on postcards. Here's an ad, I think, from one of the like Life magazine or another one of those types of magazines here. And this is mulberry paper. I handmade paper with fibers in it. And on this page we have another pretty lady and her camera. I colorized that one. And she's shooting for Photoplay magazine. And a Photoplay roundup of Hollywood's newest names, exclusive color portrait. I pulled this out of a Photoplay magazine, obviously. This is an actual envelope with old negatives in it that I had. And here's some of these giant negatives that were in there. I don't know if you can see. It looks like a Japanese shrine or something like that. This is trying to hold it to the light. A lady and a gentleman, I think. And this one is, I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But anyway, those were the giant negatives that were in this actual envelope. This lady right here has her camera ready to go. She looks very happy to be out and photographing. This is an enlarging camera article. And here's a lovely lady. This is that same, gosh darn it, the kit, and I can't remember who it's by, but I'll look it up and put it in the description box for when I post this. Here's another ad out of a magazine. And this photographer might have taken this old El Capitan photo for the postcard in Yosemite. And here's another negative. Looks like ladies in a parade. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is a real old envelope, and I just opened it up flat. It's falling apart. This is an actual, I don't even know what you call it, flash slide-a-glide. This was in my father's photography stuff, and I guess it helps you with the flash using color film and such. These two photos were in an album. Looks like somebody's taking a picture in the park with these. Looks like a little lake, and so that's that. In here, this lady right here, this is the actual, I don't know if you can see that, the actual negative to this photo right here. Can you see that? So that's the before and after. And this projector the slide projector came out of that Sears catalog, and I put an old check behind here that has the holes in it when it's been deposited. Here is I think it's an enlarger, on how to make an enlarger. This lady I colorized. She is outside. I don't know what she's filming, but she's doing what she loves. I made a pocket here and just put this little tag together. I put more of that ledger on the front and the back and cut out some little ephemera from one of the kits. Oh no, this was from a freebie kit that was on Facebook, I think. I was just grateful to find some little tiny bits for photography related, and I downloaded those. This is a giant slide, photo of a slide, and has these lovely ladies out for their walk under the blooming trees. Here's the other half of that fiber paper, mulberry paper, I think it's called. I just put a little collage up here. Here is another advertisement from a magazine, and I've just put like here's a postcard, and there's this big old house up there, or a castle, whatever you want, a chateau, and then here is the view from up on the balcony of the chateau looking down into the valley. That's what I say anyway. On this page is the other half of that ledger paper. Yeah, and she's just focusing on the good with her camera. This lady, and again, I meant to put her name down here, and I didn't finish this page. I forgot. So I will add her name. She's a famous photographer. Back in the 30s and 40s, she would photograph families during the Great Depression, working the farms, doing everyday life things. So I'll put her name in here and also in the description box. More pages from that book. This is a pocket that I made, and these cute ladies getting their picture taken. And this is, oh, it just says Amateur Craftsman Encyclopedia there. An article on, another article on photography. Now these four ladies, 1, 2, 3, 4, are best friends. And this is their afternoon outing. They went out to lunch, and then they went to the bingo hall and played bingo. And this is Margaret, and she won bingo, and she won $20. So she's happy. And of course I put a negative down here as a pocket. And in the back here, just one more pocket and a tag here. And in the very back, I just made a little collage. And this is an envelope pocket, and I don't know about you, but every time my friends and I see these photo booths, we have to go use them. I must have 10 more of these things. Just these photo strips from, you know, good times that you've had with your friends. So I put a few of those in here just because. So that is my little photography book, and I had fun making it, and I am on to my next project. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.